reaching out to the natural hair community and to all others who want to learn about keeping healthy. What I'm going to show you today, and a lot of the tips that I will show you in my videos, it's going to seem really simple. It's going to be like, I don't know, should I even do this? I mean, I'm so busy. I'm too busy to do this. I don't know what she's talking about. And we're going to massage our feet. That, I don't know. I'm sure that feels good, but okay. That's not a good attitude to have. Okay, so you are going to love this. The main benefit of giving yourself a foot massage, I recommend doing it in the evening, because the main benefit is that you're going to sleep really well. Even if you already sleep well, okay, what you're going to find is you're going to feel like, whoa, in the morning, like you feel a little more energized. You really feel rested. All right, this is what I've noticed. People I have taught it to have noticed this. Okay, so if it doesn't happen for you, I don't know. Our feet, and I know you've heard of reflexology. Okay, our feet are like maps to the whole body. Okay, so you can work on just your little foot or your big foot, and you're going to affect your whole body. Now, I don't have the scientific studies to prove this, because you know what? There's very little money to be made doing scientific studies about people giving themselves foot massages. So there's no money in it. So there aren't going to be a lot of studies, if you catch my drift. So I'm teaching you things you can do free or low cost. Okay, you're just going to need a little oil. Okay, that's all you're going to need. So you're going to feel fabulous though. Now, note the disclaimer below. I am not a physician. If you have any medical condition, you should check with your doctor. Certainly if you've had any sort of surgery or any injury to your foot, this is not appropriate. Okay? Seek the advice of medical counsel if you have any doubts. All right. You ready? I recommend that you moisten your foot. Take a washcloth, or even better, a hand towel that's wet, and you could wrap it around the foot just to moisten the foot. Not wet, but just moisten, and it'll soften your skin. Then what I have here is just some coconut oil, only about a teaspoon. Just going to reach in there, take about half of that, put it in my palms, and then get some in both palms, and then on the top of the foot and the bottom of the foot. Okay, just doing these strokes, top of the foot, bottom of the foot, from your ankle down. So I'm just basically at this point really just softening the skin from the ankle, top of the foot, sole of the foot. You can go up and down like that. Okay. And then I'm just going to start with the sole of the foot, and I'm taking my thumbs and I'm just digging into the foot, basically fanning out like a V shape. You can see the sole of the foot. So right now my hands feel pretty moisturized, my skin on the foot feels pretty moisturized, and so general strokes, covering a large area. Let's just start with the middle of the foot, take the thumbs, a line right down the center of the foot, just dig in the thumbs, go towards your heel. Do that a couple times. Okay. General stroke. Let's go under the big toe. So make a line straight down from the big toe to the heel. Thumbs again, and just dig them in and slide. So just begin, slide. Moderate amount of pressure. You do want it to feel, on most people, it'll feel really good, maybe very slightly uncomfortable, but at the same time it'll be a feeling like of a release there. So adjust the pressure as needed, but you don't want it to be too light. If it's too light, it's not going to be particularly helpful. Okay, so you did a line down the middle of the foot, then a line under the big toe down, and let's do the little toe side of the foot now. So, you may find if you have calluses, because obviously we're very hard on our feet, you have areas where the skin's a little bit rough. But again, we're really doing this for our overall health, so that's affected by the pressure. Just doing it, digging in, that's going to really get the circulation going. Okay, so it's a little harder on the little toe and trying to make sure you can see, but it'll be more comfortable for you. Sit how you can. As you can see, I'm sitting with one leg crossed. Okay, and then general strokes. General, just a broad area. Okay, good. All right, you could do the heel, just sort of cup the heel, circle around. Let's do, this is the inner ankle. With your thumb, go down in between the Achilles and the ankle bone, and then under the ankle bone. That should feel really good. Sort of right in there, press with one or both thumbs, and then around and right under the ankle bone. So this area, almost like an L shape right here, is important. Sort of massage in there, make circular strokes, good. Go out to the big toe, you could grab the big toe, squeeze, and that governs the spleen and liver are governed by the big toe here, meaning the energy for those organ systems and energy system in Chinese medicine, it would be spleen and liver. Okay. All right. Okay, general strokes. And then there is an important point about a third of the way down the foot. So middle of the foot is 1, 2, so right about here, where if you bent your toes, sort of it's where you feel the two pads under the big toe and under the little toe, and then there's a little indentation there. You press in there. This is wonderful for supporting the kidney energy, kidney bladder, which is considered very important in Chinese medicine. Okay, so just do a little. You could press and pull and release. Now let's do, we're going to grab each toe, we're going to wiggle it, and then squeeze at the base of the nail. At the base of the nail. It's easiest to see on the big toe. Squeeze, you take a breath, and then pull off. Second toe, this governs the energy stomach meridian, goes to that toe, and flick that off. Triple heater, which is a sort of unknown in the West, but it's has a meridian, has an energy flow. Third toe, fourth toe. This governs gallbladder, the fourth toe. The gallbladder meridian, I should say, runs to the fourth toe. And pull off. And then bladder, the little toe, baby toe, said that the energy bladder, and flick off. So you basically wiggle each toe, pull, wiggle, or do like a stirring motion, press at the base of the nail of each toe, and then just pull off. Okay, again, that should feel good. You could just grab all the toes and just pull out. There. Sort of pull. Good. General strokes again. Pretty much the last thing, we did the inner ankle a lot. We're going to turn the foot. This might be a little tricky for you to do, but it's tricky to film. Okay, so what you're going to do is take your thumb, index finger, you can fold it down so that they can be like this, like little pinchers. And you're just going to go right here on the edge of the foot and out to the little toe. Move back a little bit. So here, just on the edge of the foot, the corner of the foot, just sort of squeeze. You could run your thumb right there, just about right at the edge. Good. And same thing, there's a point here that's very good for helping us sleep if you press it strongly. Right at the height of the ankle bone, you could just press in there. And pressing and just sort of making little circles. Take a breath. Okay, and sort of rub. You could do that 2 or 3 times. And then come down below the ankle bone and then go a little bit forward. Kind of, there's halfway to the foot, so there's the ankle bone and halfway to the foot. You're in between. Somewhere in here you'll feel an indentation. You could press in there. Should feel good. So it's the ankle bone, you would come down, go about 1 inch over or so. Of course, depends on the size of your foot. Everything is relative. And then about halfway the foot is here, and so we'll point about halfway in between. There you press. Press anywhere that feels good. It's going to be, good for you. Great. And then just the sole of the foot. And the last thing I recommend to do is just make a fist with both hands, and you can just lightly tap the foot. Okay, it'll feel good. Don't tense your foot. So keep my foot's relaxed. You can see, by that I mean as I hit my foot moves. So I'm not trying to tense my foot. Good. The only tension is a little bit in the hands, and you're just banging on the foot. Gently. Then you could even do on the top too. That feels good. So I'm doing top and bottom. And then you could just sort of do a soothing stroke down. Good. And end by just holding the foot. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is just review what we did. We took coconut oil, or any oil, actually, that is natural. I recommend any oil that is food grade. So, I mean, you could even use olive oil. Coconut oil is nice. It's said to be cooling. Almond oil. So it's good. And, you know, really, you can use what you have around the house, and especially if it's food grade. If it's something you would be able to put in your body, then it should be fine on the outside of your body. Okay, we massaged the whole foot. We did general strokes over the whole foot. And the foot is crossed over the other leg. A lot of what we did is with the thumbs. We did a line down the middle of the foot. Do 2 or 3 times. A line under the big toe and down and back up. Doesn't matter. And then under the little toe. Then you could always just do generally. We did sort of these fanning strokes. Okay, pressing in. One thing actually that I don't think I showed is what you could do. It's really cool. Is take your fingers and separate into the toes if you can. Okay, that might be uncomfortable. Now that's one of the things of how healthy the feet are. If you can get your fingers through the toes easily, and then I just make circles. So big circles, that's something I left out of the routine. Okay, you could also go sort of forward and back. Good. So we did lines on the foot, we grabbed each toe, press at the base of the nail, right, and then kind of flick off. Twist and wiggle each toe, pull off. We did that. By the inner ankle bone, we did a point here, right parallel in between the Achilles and the ankle bone. Then we sort of did with our thumbs this motion down here, and down to the side of the foot. That would be good. You can't really do it wrong. Just adjust the pressure to what you need. Another thing that you could do, could add in, is just press really on the back of each toe, the padded part there. That can feel really good, like the little head of the toe. Okay, that's another thing. A point that my cat Schmidt reminded me that I forgot to include is it's a very important point. So take the opposite hand, go with your 4 fingers, okay, right where the big toe starts. And right at that 4th finger, right, remove that. So right about here on your foot between the 2 tendons. Hopefully you can see. There's a tendon here running from the big toe and then from the 2nd toe. And so right in between, 4 fingers up, press right before the 2 tendons meet. Okay, right where I'm pointing. And it'll feel a little bit tender. That's a very important point to help move the energy of the body. It's a point on the liver meridian. Then we turn the foot around. You have to kind of switch how you put your foot. Do as best you can. We did this point here. That's the ankle bone, and then the Achilles on the outer side of the foot. There's a point right in here that can really help with sleep. We pressed in there. You could hold a few seconds, making a circular pressure and release. And then we did, this is sometimes called dragon's mouth, I believe, the thumb, and we fold the index finger in, and we're just sort of pinching motion. Remember we did that, pinching motion. Okay, do it nice and slowly. And then we ended with gently just tapping the foot. Tapping, tapping, tapping. Okay? So then I recommend you putting on some socks. Okay? Do leave a comment. And if you have any questions, if I can answer them, I will. If I can't, I'll tell you that I can't answer them. Yeah, that's about it. So keep it natural. It's Kala here, signing out and off for today.